Hey guys, what's up? I'm going to be reading a Dragon Ball Z Creepypasta. I'm going to break the wheel and do what no other Dragon Ball YouTuber's done. Wow, and all the ones I watch, I haven't seen do a Dragon Ball Creepypasta. So let's do this. It's called Dragon Ball Z Vegeta's Revenge. And this is from Quotev.com. The author is called Raya. I'll leave a link to this Creepypasta in the description so you can give the author credit. I haven't read this in advance, so I don't know if it's any good, but I don't think it's not too long, so I'm going to get into this. So the creepypasta is called Dragon Ball Z Vegeta's Revenge. When I was younger, I was obsessed with Dragon Ball Z. I had read the manga, watched every episode of the anime, and I had lots of Dragon Ball Z merchandise. I had the action figures, trading cards, and I had even played the video games like Legacy of Goku games on the GBA and Budokai Tenkaichi on the PS2. One time, I decided to watch the whole Dragon Ball Z series, so I got out the old VHS tapes that the episodes were on and watched them. When I was watching the Buu saga, I came across an episode that didn't make sense. This was supposed to be after the episode where Majin Buu sacrificed... Oh no, sorry about that. This was supposed to be after the episode where Majin Vegeta sacrificed himself to kill Buu, but it had the same opening as the Cell saga. The episode began with Goku playing some card game with King Kai in Otherworld. Goku and King Kai both had halos, so this must have been after Goku was killed by Cell. All of a sudden, Vegeta appeared out of thin air. He teleported to Otherworld. I don't know how, but he did. This didn't make sense, and Vegeta wasn't even dead. The living usually don't teleport to Otherworld, and if Vegeta was dead, wouldn't he be in hell? Then I noticed something odd about Vegeta. Vegeta had no pupils. His eyes were like a clear white void of nothingness. Also, there were tears of blood coming from Vegeta's eyes, and his skin was a pale grey tone, like he was a zombie. This sent shivers down my spine. I had never seen an episode like this, but I just had to keep watching. I just had to. "You ruined me, Kakarot," Vegeta said. "You ruined me." Goku ruined Vegeta? How so? Out of curiosity, I kept watching. The screen then cut to black, and it showed Gohan doing his homework. Then Vegeta teleported into his room. "He ruined me," Vegeta said. "Now I will kill all he loves." Gohan turned around and saw Vegeta. "Vegeta, what happened to..." Before Gohan could even talk, Vegeta did a straight arm punch into Gohan's chest. His fist went through Gohan's flesh and broke through his ribcage. Then Vegeta ripped a bloody heart of Gohan Then Vegeta ripped a bloody heart out of Gohan's chest. Bloody hell. Gohan died in an instant and he fell on his bedroom floor, lifeless and dead. I was horrified and disgusted at what had just happened. Why would Vegeta kill Gohan like that? I thought Vegeta cared about Gohan. He practically saved him in the fight against Cell. I had never seen anything so gruesome on Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z was violent, yes, but there was never anything that gruesome on Dragon Ball Z. Never! Vegeta was holding Gohan's bloody heart in his hand. He ate the heart like a cannibal and got blood all over his face. Then he licked blood off of his mouth. I felt so sick. I wanted to vomit. What kind of sick, twisted writer would ever air an episode like this? As soon as this episode started, I knew it was just a lost episode they had never aired, and just now I had seen why it had never been aired. I kept watching, but I regretted it. I wanted to know why anyone would make an episode like this. Then Vegeta bent down over Gohan's body and pulled on his hair. He ripped his head off and decapitated him. Blood spurted from the stump where Gohan's head used to be. This is like so unnecessarily violent. The creep factor's not really here because it's just so violent, but I'm gonna carry on. Then Vegeta devoured Gohan's head completely in a few seconds, leaving only a bloody skull left. Disgusted by this, I fast forwarded this part. Vegeta was crouched down over Gohan's bloody skeleton. He had eaten the flesh off of his whole body. This gore is just so bad. I was so disgusted, I paused the VHS so I could vomit in a bucket. he has to vomit in a bucket, but like, doesn't he have a toilet? That's probably the best bet, mate. Anyway, I'll carry on. After all that I had seen, I for some reason still wanted to watch, so I hit play. Then Vegeta killed Chi-Chi and ate the flesh off of her whole body, leaving only a skeleton left. Yo, you can't just kill Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi is a fine girl. You couldn't just eat her like that. Poor Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi had been pregnant with Goten at this time. Oh shit. And Goten was still growing in Chi-Chi's uterus. Vegeta killed and ate Goten when he was only a fetus, and he devoured Chi-Chi's uterus. Oh, this is fucking disgusting. I'm just gonna say that right now. I came in to have some little giggles, and this is just like one of these gore fests. I covered my eyes at this part, and I was crying. I had never seen anything so disturbing in my life. Then Vegeta teleported to Kami's lookout. Piccolo, Dende, and Mr. Popo, pecking order, were on the lookout and were troubled by something, as if they knew what had happened. Piccolo looked at Vegeta and clenched his fists. He screamed with rage and powered up. Then he lunged at Vegeta and tried to kill him. He could not believe what he had done to Gohan and Chi-Chi, and even Goten. Well, that doesn't even make sense. Like, Piccolo didn't even see what Vegeta did to them. Whatever. Bad writing aside, I'm just going to carry on. Vegeta grabbed Piccolo by the neck and ripped his head off. Purple blood spurted out off the stump where Piccolo's head used to be. I was sad and started crying because Piccolo was my favourite character, and it broke my heart to see him killed in such a gruesome way. Mr. Popo and Dende had watched in horror as Vegeta had killed Piccolo. They then panicked and tried to flee, but then Vegeta grabbed Dende and Mr. Popo. Let me guess, he ripped their heads off by the necks and ripped both of their heads off. Yeah, I was right. Like they had done to Piccolo. They both screamed in agony and fear when their heads were ripped off. I started sobbing uncontrollably. I couldn't watch it anymore. It was too horrible to watch. Crying, I told my dad about everything and he believed me. He took the VHS tape and ran over it with his car and destroyed it. Well, that's pretty convenient, so like you don't have any proof. After this, I never watched Dragon Ball Z again. I am no longer a fan of it anymore. I sold all my merchandise to get rid of the memories. I didn't want to remember it anymore. And my friends, that was the story. Vegeta's Revenge. But anyway, like, it doesn't make... I wouldn't say this is a good story. It's not a good story. It's just too... It's filled with over-excessive gore just to try and be creepy, and it just doesn't work. I found it pretty hilarious with the person's reactions, though. Essentially, it's just kind of a thing where, like, if this did happen, surely you wouldn't go crazy and get rid of all your merchandise. It's obviously a fake story, or like a fake VHS, so it shouldn't affect how much you like the story. But anyway, it was still entertaining, I suppose. I'm not a fan of all the random gore for no reason. But anyway, that was by Raya, and I'll leave a link to this story in the description so you can check it out if you're interested. Anyway, I've been Zuli. If you've enjoyed this video, please like the video, comment if you have anything nice to say, or anything bad to say, whatever you want. And also, if you subscribe, consider clicking and hitting the bell to get notifications for whenever I upload a Dragon Ball video. And you'll get a notification straight to your account. I can't talk at the moment for some reason. But yeah, also, if you want me to do more creepypasta related videos with Dragon Ball, or just any other random like anime ones, well, mainly Dragon Ball because I'm a Dragon Ball channel. But yeah, just say in the description or link it to me in PMs, and I'll answer it and I'll do it, because this is something I'm going to branch off on because I find this funny and I like creepypastas. So anyway, I've been Zuli, and I'll catch you guys soon. See ya.